A new report gives insight into real estate firms, mortgage rates are lower on bigger loans, and couples wanting a divorce are benefiting from the improving housing market. We'll tell you why. All that and much more. Keep watching. Your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching the Real Estate News. I'm Jenny Lockhart, and here are your headlines. U.S. home prices jumped 12.4% in July, reflecting a housing market that's increasing, favoring sellers amid a tight supply of available homes for sale. Real estate data provider CoreLogic said Tuesday that home prices in every state but Delaware climbed on an annual basis in July. 99 out of the 100 largest cities reported annual price gains. Home prices grew 27% in Nevada to lead all states. CoreLogic also says prices rose 1.8% from June, the 17th straight month-over-month increase. CoreLogic says U.S. home prices are now within 18% of their peak levels reached in April 2006. Most real estate firms are small independent businesses that specialize in residential brokerage, with 69% of all firms expecting profitability to increase over the next year. That's according to the 2013 National Association of Realtors profile of real estate firms. 84% of real estate firms are independent non-franchise companies, while 13% are independent franchises. The rest are subsidiaries of a national or regional corporation. Independent firms generally have fewer agents and lower sales volumes. 8 out of 10 firms specialize in residential brokerage, with commercial brokerage and residential property management the most common secondary functions, each offered by 4 in 10 residential brokerages. The 2013 National Association of Realtors profile of real estate firms can be ordered by calling 800-874-6500 and is free for NAR members. The Sun-Sentinel reports that more unhappy couples are now calling it quits thanks to rising home values. Local divorce attorneys and real estate agents are saying couples that have been biding their time, continuing to live together, are now finally able to move on and get start-over cash from homes that used to be underwater. Prior to the recession, couples who divorced first vied for the children and then real estate assets. Once the economic downturn stripped the house of half its value, the home became the hot potato no one wanted in a divorce because it came with a mountain of mortgage debt. Those same couples can now sell, liquidate their assets, and go their separate ways without worrying about a distress sale ruining their credit. Mortgage rates rose early this week. Freddie Mac said in its latest report, with rates for 30-year fixed mortgages up nearly a full percentage point from a year ago. Rates for 15-year fixed mortgages also increased slightly. The improving economy has contributed to another trend: heavy competition among lenders to make jumbo mortgages. The outsized loans, too big to be backed by Freddie Mac or Fannie Mae, are written mainly for affluent residents of the East and West Coasts, where home prices have risen rapidly in the past year. The Mortgage Bankers Association says jumbo loan rates are now lower than those for smaller conforming mortgages that can be sold or guaranteed by Freddie and Fannie. Village Park Homes welcomes Mo Shampoo and Vicki Driscoll to their sales team. Shampoo has sales experience in the Hilton Head Island area, and she will serve as sales and marketing representative for Lawton Station. Driscoll is a licensed realtor and will serve as sales and marketing representative for Alston Park and New Riverside. For more information, visit www.villageparkhomes.com. For more information on these headlines, please reference the media sources you see on your screen. You can like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter. Stay with us because after the break, Beth Drake will be here from Keller Williams Realty. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Beth Drake with Keller Williams Realty. Welcome back, Beth. It's so great to see you again.
Oh, I'm glad to be here, Jenny.
Well, now, every week in the headlines, I've been talking about how, the market is just improving and improving. So, buyers are out there. Can you let us know how that's happening, what's happening on the front lines as far as locally?
Well, locally, the buyers are here, and I think that's because they're able to sell their homes up north or out west or wherever they are. So they're coming to Hilton Head now, and they're ready to buy. In fact, we just got the local statistics out for our multiple listing service, and we only have a 7.7 month supply of inventory now.
And I mean, that puts us right into almost a seller's market, right?
Oh, it does. It definitely does.
And I mean, that's great news for those of us that have suffered through the last several years. You know, that's got to be music to everyone's ears.
It is. And the buyers are definitely here. Just in the last 7 days, I've worked with 3 buyers, written 3 contracts. I had 8 listings about a month ago, and now I'm down to 2. So if you've been thinking about listing your home, it's a great time to do it now.
Well, and that's a really good point you're making now. A lot of people that were, you know, may have even had their home on the market, when things kind of went south, they took it off and decided to wait. So if I'm a person ready to list my house and I'm ready to, you know, get in on the action of all the stuff that's happening in the market here, what should I look for when I'm looking for a listing agent?
Well, you know, I think there's a lot of questions that everyone should ask. Almost interview your agent, you know, because your home or your second vacation home or your property is probably one of the biggest assets you have. And with that being said, I would talk to a couple of agents and ask, you know, are they a full-time realtor? What credentials do they have? What is their sales volume? What's their marketing plan for your home? Do they just put an MLS and hope that someone else sells it, or do they actually call and do flyers and put it on the internet? 100% of all home buyers now usually go to the internet with all the different applications like Zillow, Realtor.com. So most buyers that are out there are not from around here. And so they use the internet to try to see which homes they want to look at. So I think it's very important that part of your marketing strategy is to make sure that the home that you want to sell is out there for buyers to see all over the world. So that's a huge question to ask. Ask for recent clients, you know, and not clients they've had 2 years ago, but I would ask for some of their clients that they've sold properties for in the last 6 months. And then a performance guarantee. Some realtors are a little hesitant to do that, but I always do a satisfaction guarantee. If you're not satisfied with my services, then you can get out of the contract. I've got a lot more details on my website with seller resources at bethdrake.com.
Well, good. And now you always have the most beautiful properties. So do you have any new listings or things you'd like to share with us? Because I want to see what you're up to these days.
Oh, well, I've got a couple of listings, and one is over in Port Royal, which is right by the Westin, close to the beach, and it's a Lions Villa. This is more of like a duplex. It's raised, there's underground there's parking underneath the villa. It's 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, fairly new. There's a pool right out front, and you can expect to gross up to around $55,000 a year in rentals, which that way you can have a place at the beach about a block away. You can be close to all the activities on the island, and still have a great place to come and rent out and help subsidize your vacation home.
Well, especially too with people that might be thinking of retiring, they can use it as an income-producing property and then retire and live in it later.
That's correct. That's correct. Oh, and by the way, I have another listing that's located in the community of Leamington. Leamington's a private gated community close to the beach. There's a beach house, there's a walkway, there's a community pool. It also runs adjacent to the 11-mile Palmetto Dunes Lagoon system, so you can kayak. This particular home is full of windows and light, and when you walk through the doors, you'll see the beautiful golf course, you'll see the lagoon and the water and the low country island trees. With 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, this home can be a great vacation home or your permanent residence. On top of that, there's a media room complete with a pool table, beer tap, and 2 bedroom suites. So plenty of room for company to come down and enjoy this beautiful island of Hilton Head Island.
Well, now, if someone, you know, you've definitely piqued our interest with both of these properties. So if someone wants to view these listings, how can they get in touch with you? I
would love for them to call me. My local number is 843-422-7500. That's 422-7500. You can also go to my website, bethdrake.com, and search away, and there you can hit some buttons and see exactly what's available on the market.
Well, and especially I think it's good to point out too, especially properties in Port Royal, you know, you do need, it's a private community, so you do need someone to get you in, right?
Yes, you do, especially in Leamington, Palmetto Dunes, you do need an agent to get you through the gate.
Wonderful. Well, listen, Beth, as always, keeping us up to date on what's hot in the real estate market, and we appreciate your time today.
Oh, thanks for having me here.
And stay with us after the break. Brian Jacoby will be here with RG Realty, and he's going to give us an update on what's happening with the May River Preserve. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Brian Jacoby with RG Realty. Hey Brian, thanks for being with us today.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good. Well, so you're going to tell us a little bit about May River Preserve. So can you tell us a little about the size of May River Preserve?
Absolutely. May River Preserve is about 327 acres with 250 acres dedicated to nature preserve. We have 109 total home sites, with 90% of those home sites being on our water system, and the remainder being on our nature preserve.
Oh wow, it sounds amazing. Now, what kind of amenities are offered?
Amenities, May River Preserve is a gated community. We are going to have a nice community pool, pavilion, which is just going to offer a fantastic gathering place for our residents. A lot of open space. We're going to have fire pits throughout, architectural themed swings, and very heavily landscaped. So it's going to be a very comfortable and warming community.
It sounds beautiful. Now, what are we looking at in the terms of POA fees?
Property owner fees are going to be right at the $1,200 a year mark.
Okay.
Redevelopment wanted to make May River Preserve an affordable community, but offer some nice amenities at the same time.
Sure. Now, who can build in May River Preserve? Is it open to anybody, or how does it work?
Well, no, we have two builders that will build the homes in May River Preserve. Southern Coastal Homes, who is our local builder, and then David Weekly Homes, who is on a national scale, who has also done a lot of work in the Low Country.
Okay. Now, can you give us an idea of where it's located?
May River Preserve is located off of May River Road, number 281, off the historic corridor, and we are approximately 100 yards down from Palmetto Bluff.
Okay. Now, what about price ranges? Is there a different range, or is it all around the same amount?
Our homes will be starting in the $330,000 range. For our smaller floor plans, right around the 2,000 to 2,200 square feet, up to about 450,000, and those the square footages for those are going to range in the 3,500 to 3,700 heated square feet.
Okay, so I mean that's kind of that sweet spot in the market right now, right?
It is. It is. That price range is what everybody is looking for.
And also, especially for that amount of square footage. Now, who is responsible for kind of the vision or the theme of this development?
Redevelopment was. They have a phenomenal reputation in the past for developing big golf communities, lakefront communities, but they wanted to offer a smaller community at a more affordable price.
Kind of get that same feeling, but for a different audience.
Yes, exactly.
Now, I understand the property was originally a daffodil farm. Is that true?
It was. It was a daffodil farm about 40 years ago, which at the time, daffodil farming was popular up the East Coast. They would hand pick them, and then they would ship them up north to be sold in convenience stores and grocery stores for right around the Valentine's Day. Daffodil farms started to disappear once labor was hard to find.
Sure. Well, does that contribute to the natural beauty of the area, or has it had any effect on the landscaping?
Not any effect on the landscaping, but we've encompassed the history of the daffodil farm into May River Preserve. A lot of our street names will be named after different daffodil plants.
Oh, cool. Okay. Now, if our viewers, when they're ready to get in touch and and see this amazing place, how can they reach you, or what are we looking at as far as models or things of that nature?
We are just about finished with our first couple model home plans, so we hope to start construction shortly. I can be reached on my cell phone at 843-247-9274, or you can register on our website at www.mayriverpreserve.com.
And what would you say, I mean, as a longtime resident, for someone that's watching that might be interested in this development, what do you think the best thing will be about living there?
The location,
Yeah.
and the quality of construction and amenities for the development. I mean, we are equal distance from Hilton Head and Savannah, and also a quick drive to Beaufort. So you kind of get the best of both worlds at May River Preserve.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for your time today, Brian.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back after the break. With me now is Tony LaRose Gherkin with RE/MAX Island Realty. Thank you so much for being with us today, Tony.
Thank you, Jenny. I'm glad to be here.
So can you tell us what's happening with the real estate market in Sun City right now?
Well, let me tell you, we are very excited. Keep in mind that there are about 7,300 homes in Sun City. That includes the Riverbend part. And right now, or generally, there are about 320 homes for sale in Sun City, and as of today, there are only 78.
Wow.
So homes are selling very fast. We're excited about that. The demand is greater than the supply, so that means prices are coming up, and we're happy about that.
Oh, absolutely. Now, how many different models have there been in Sun City over the years?
Well, this is hard to believe, but there have been over the last 18 or 19 years, over 90 models.
Wow.
In Sun City. So there's different series that come out, and so there's a lot to choose from.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about the difference between resale homes and new construction being offered by the developer?
Yes. The resale homes, for the most part, are on what we call the main side of Sun City, which is the south side of Route 278. The new homes are going in on the north side of 278, being built by Pulte, and they are in Jasper County, a different county than the main side of Sun City. Now, Pulte is starting to open up a small area in the main part of Sun City where there'll be between 20 and 30 homes, I believe, there, and those are just getting started and will be for sale shortly. And I believe I heard they're between 200 and 300,000 on the main side of Sun City. Originally, the developer was Del Webb. Del Webb then sold out to Pulte, and so there's various types of homes, exteriors and so on. They started out with just vinyl siding. Then the next set of models, they were able to choose vinyl siding or hardy plank. The next set, they could have stucco on the front with hardy plank or vinyl siding around the sides and back. And then they went to where you could choose all stucco or all hardy plank, whatever. So there's various, so everything does not look exactly alike.
It's nice, so it doesn't quite have that cookie cutter feel to it.
Right.
Now, also the price points that you mentioned, I mean, that's kind of right in the sweet spot of where the market's really heating up right now.
Yes, right now there are villas that are about 120,000 to 130,000 and up, of course. And homes in Sun City altogether range from about, including villas, from about 120 up to 500,000 in the main part of Sun City.
Okay. Now, I also understand there's an area called Riverbend, so could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, I actually live in the Riverbend part of Sun City, and a lot of people don't understand that Riverbend is actually part of Sun City. However, we are across Route 170 from the north side of Sun City. And Riverbend started off being developed by Del Webb, and all the homes in there originally were built by Del Webb. But about 7 or 8 years ago, Del Webb then stated that we could start building custom homes in Riverbend.
Okay.
So all the homes being built now are custom homes, and the price ranges in Riverbend are approximately $350,000 up to about $1.5 million.
Oh, wow.
Riverbend is a wonderful area, gated community on the banks of the Ocoee River, so there are many marshfront lots there and homes. And of course they are the more expensive ones because the marsh property is very expensive.
Sure.
But all of Riverbend is really beautiful. It's a treed area with lagoons on the river. It's got a deep water dock where you can fish, shrimp, crab, and kayak from. And all of the people in Sun City can come and use Riverbend's amenities also. And Riverbend can use all of Sun City's amenities. So it's like the best of both worlds.
Okay, now do you sell and list in other communities besides Sun City and Riverbend?
Yes, I do. I really specialize in Sun City and Riverbend, but I have other listings. I have them in Hampton Hall, Mill Creek, and other various places in Bluffton also. And I have done some on the island also.
Okay. Now, how would you say working for RE/MAX, because obviously you're here with RE/MAX, how would you say working with RE/MAX has affected your real estate career?
Okay, well, I'll tell you, who has not heard of RE/MAX or RE/MAX.com?
That's true.
We do national advertising, And the thing that excites me about RE/MAX, first of all, they let you run your business the way you need and want to run it. And so it's like a little business of your own. And then we are in 93 companies across the world and with over 90,000 agents. So it's a very exciting company to be with. And when I was at the RE/MAX convention, it was wonderful to see agents from Bolivia, Honduras, and all over who are doing so well in the real estate market there.
Well, and we're so happy to be able to be providing happy real estate news. You know, there's been so much great developments going on right now in the market, especially locally and nationally and apparently internationally. So, Tony,
Right.
Thanks so much for being with us today. We really appreciate your time. Well, thanks so much for watching. I'm Jenny Lockhart, and join us next time for the Real Estate News.